because of a timeout, because of many options.
Yeah, but that's not how OG Kid plays.
Gonna go.
OG Kid likes to approach a lot. I don't think he has it in him to camp. I watched him play against JJM at Tipped Off, which was JJM being a top 100 player.
Yeah.
Game 5 last hit set where OG Kid lost because he approached when he wasn't supposed to.
Yes. It was a very fun holiday we celebrate over during the Smash World Tour days called Throw to Polish Day.
Yes.
Where everyone was celebrating Happy Throw to Polish Day, including Hungrybox, who just decided to just drift him 20 times in a row, and Polish won that set.
Like there, in the last stock alone, OG Kid got a really nice setup for a bunch of backers to send Sushi off stage, and then decided to continue approaching, and because of that, because OG Kid's continuing to drift in, Sushi is now throwing out aerials in place and is getting trades, and what could have been like a 10% to 90 lead is now 90 to 93.
Yeah, exactly. Peach has some stuff like that. That does kill like pretty early, around like 90 to 100, like we just saw right there.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll see like the Lods of the world and otherwise go for hyper floats there, so you can just kind of get like a burst option into up air. We'll see if Sushi's got it like that.
We'll see. I do like the idea of spamming up air as to what Sushi was doing to get that last stock.
Yeah.
I talked to B-Bats about this matchup before because he's one of the better Peaches at this matchup who actually somewhat likes it. And as much as a Peach can, at least. And he says that at 100+%, or at like kill percent, just start throwing out uppers in place.
Yeah, even if you trade at that point. Okay.
Yeah, there's one of the reps.
This is where it's like, yeah, it's fine, right? Because Peach doesn't have an awfully strong rest punish but they do get a turn-up pull. That's kind of the trade-off there.
Yeah. There's a Puff player from upstate New York whose name is Pig. And if you've ever seen this guy play, the way he plays this matchup as Puff is he just goes for rests.
Yeah.
Because even if you miss, wow! What a down.
What? He's crazy!
He just took he just default danced on Sushi. What is?
Do it again!
This is the future of Melee.
If he did it between rests, bro, I would have lost my mind.
He's talking to his opponent mid-set. This is the future. There was a thread on the r/SVM page on the front page, which was like, how long will it take for a player who no one knows to be #1? I think there's a good chance it's him.
Dude, this kid's content filled. I can't believe this. That's so sick.
Get him on Fresh Cut.
Oh my gosh. Okay, up air, yeah, that's the classic, but nice drift from Sushi.
Look at that smirk on his face. He's so proud of himself. I love to see it. Okay, clean back here. That actually won't kill. I thought it was going to kill 150%.
It's a rough position though, right? Yeah, because any aerial does.
And now it becomes really hard for Peach. Because if Puff decides to not approach here, it's on the onus of Peach to start getting these hits.
Yeah.
If you see like OG Kid's floating directly above Peach, choosing not to do it now.
Rest? No? Okay.
Nah, not yet. It's
what's more, the smoke?
Okay. And the thing is, like, what is Peach going to do there to get a punish? Like, fair? Down smash? There's not really a lot of good kill options there.
Yeah, I've interviewed with Lod about this when he had first beaten HBox in an online tournament. I think it was LACS 2, if I'm not mistaken. And it was crazy. He was like, what's going on here? What is this?
He was like winding up his hands like the DK punch.
But I think at that point, Lod was the first Peach to win a best of 5, even though it was online, against HBox since like, oh god. It was some like 2007 Peach or something. Yeah, like an old school Peach. Their tag is escaping me. I want to say Ziff tweeted about it or something to that effect.
Ziff, the Georgia, the Georgia Peach.
Yeah. It might have been Ziff too. I'm not 100% sure, but he did say like it is so attrition based in this matchup, right? So at 4 stock 0%, the matchup is still Jigglypuff favored, but as soon as you fall behind, either in percent or even worse in stocks, the matchup's like 80-20.
Yes.
Like it's so bad for Peach.
It's really bad for Peach. And it's interesting because despite everything we're saying about camping being really good, OG Kid is not camping.
Yeah.
In fact, every instance of the game, he has been drifting in. And I think Sushi isn't prepared for this as much, especially when OG gets able to get these like monstrous rests.
Right. It's really hard because at a super high level, and again, we'll see it, specifically HBox versus insert Peach player here. It's like Puff wins on so many of the air-to-airs until Peach gets Puff to 90 or 100 on this stage, and then you can trade nair, up air. Even then, you're still trading a lot of the times to get the kill. you got to make sure you keep a lead.
Exactly. And also, there's not a lot of like comeback factors that Peach has. So you can pull a Stitch or a Bomb with RNG, but there really isn't anything that can do a lot of damage to Puff in a short period of time, as opposed to Puff doing that.
He just looked at the camera too. What is this kid doing?
So content build, based and content build. Oh, the drill rest,
bro! This kid knew he was gonna be on stream. He took notes the night before. He said, "What are we running? What bits do we have here?"
Bits? This is like a mini 24K, but for Melee.
I'm seeing shades of none in there with the camera angles.
Of Bond.
Yeah. Nun's friend, excuse me.
Nun's friend. And this is just looking so painful for Sushi. OG bobbing his head after every back air. Sushi with such a seemingly insurmountable mountain to climb.
I like the vision there too, because this is, again, conventional knowledge says FD is pretty solid, right? Because upwards thrown turnips divides the stage. So it forces the pub to go into a certain area that you ideally can cover with a burst option like float into aerial or something like that. He goes for upwards thrown turnip, but the angle just like bounces him the wrong way, so he can't confirm it into up air. But the vision's there. I like it.
Sushi stuck in the up B. And
no.
Oh, yeah, okay. OG, he was fishing a little bit there. I respect it.
Oh!
That's not good.
Imagine.
If it worked, that would have been crazy, but if it was like just a little bit lower, like if Sushi was a little bit lower beforehand, it would have worked.
Yeah.
And OG Kid is playing with his food.
So he was going for the Sing ledge reset.
Yeah.
Just misspaced it slightly, but it would have been 10,000 IQ. Okay.
And looks at the camera, smiles at Sushi, walks off stage, and champion. If you didn't know OG Kid before, you know him now.
I got nothing.
We're looking into...
I got nothing, dude.
We are looking at the glimpses of the future of what Melee content and what Melee competition is going to be.
It's so wild.
And that was OG Kid.
That selfie is going to be burned into my memory for the next 3 days.
For the next 3 days. I'm sure that the SmashCon social media manager has already made a viral tweet about
I can't wait to see someone do that in like top 8. And it's going to be Hungry Box, right?
It's going to be Hungry Box. Or it's going to be like, you remember the clip from Gommel where Moki was just shining over?
Yes.
He does that.
Oh my god.
Kadoran does not come back from that. Ever.
There's no coming back. I would D-rank myself after that. I'm rank 11. I'm not rank 10. If I get hit with that and the selfie, damn.
That's Melee's version of the Fortnite emote.
We got a VGBC representative coming up next.
We have Watch.